Starting to do the show.
I feel like there's still sand everywhere. And I like scrubbed hard, you know what I mean?
You sand lots.
I did. Should add more water to this situation.
Where do you go? Did you always go to second or third?
I've the pass for second, so you can't go to third once you're no time resident.
Oh, is it?
Or unless you mess somebody.
Really? When did this happen?
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I don't go to the beaches, so I feel like...
No, you go after hours, so it doesn't matter when you go, where you go.
I do. I have a thing about going to the beaches at night.
I mean, it's fair. I
like going, and the sand is always cold, and even though it's like humid and hot, the sand's always cold. It's.
Yeah.
I feel like there's really not a lot of beaches I want to go swimming on this island.
No.
So it feels like I'm.
Well, I'm not really going to the beach to like swim. So
No, I know, but
I don't mind putting my feet. The water's been pretty gross these days.
Mm.
Do you want to like turn it so that we're in it? Perfect. Well, you should be in it too. This is your podcast too. Hey, whatever. I don't fucking care. We do not care.
Yeah, we never do. As long as I'm in that one, that's all that matters to me. That's the one you're gonna watch again someday. When I die.
Maybe not this episode, but we'll see how it turns out.
So I'm like, oh, this is not this one. Skip this one.
Yeah, this one's not great.
You'll watch all of them. I know you.
We were exposed last week, so maybe I'll watch that one.
She's like, wow, he really does have bad boobs.
Not the boobs.
Yeah,
Did you get new shoes?
No, same shoes. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm poor. Remember, poor. Not Thor, poor.
Yeah. I don't know, I think I just look at them the thing. Yeah, no, they look right.
Got by the wrong feet. So, did you go with just your sister, or did you go with the whole
It
crew?
was Sam and Ashley today. Saturday, as long as everyone's still going and as long as the weather permits, there's going to be 10 of us.
There's gonna be what?
10 of us.
10 of, whoa, crap.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I've gone through my stages. I went through my stages when I was your age where being with everyone was a lot of fun. Like, I wanted to go, like, 20 people somewhere. Like, I was so into it. And then I went to a stage where it was like, I think it's because I had a family. Like, I can't do everything. I can't be a mom and dad and have fun.
Yeah.
So it was always like I felt like this.
I think because I'm not a mom and I don't have to
No.
worry about anything that
Right.
I'm okay.
And
Plus, I invited all these people, so like these people are like my inner circle.
Right.
And I would have invited you, but I know you're not a beach person, so.
Nah, I don't know. Like, I'm a weird person when it comes to the beach because I feel like, see, if there's a lot of people going, I'd probably more have to go. If there's 3 people going, I'm bored as fuck. I'm just like, because I'd be like, oh, I can sit here for hours. I'm like, 5 minutes and I'm sleeping all day. Like, I'm sleeping all day because I'm bored.
We went to the beach on Sunday and Kelsey literally slept the entire time.
I would have slept the whole time because I'm bored.
First of all, she forgot her chair. So
Oh,
she
well.
is mine. And I'm on the ground like a peasant. I'm like, okay, the tent's... Oh, I took a picture of the tent. Remind me to show you. I brought the tent. I brought the blanket.
Yeah.
I brought my chair. I brought the wagon. I brought the cooler. I brought everything. And Kelsey showed up and she had nothing. I'm like, bitch, I'm the beach investor here and you stole my chair.
You're a better.
I did give it to her though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're a better wife than I did because I know you did. Because I would have gone to Shannon like. Well,
My chair, not my problem.
Yeah, I know it's really bad. I think it's I have like these crazy rules. If you showed up last minute, like I didn't want to come, but I decided to come because I got off work and I wanted to be with you, then I give up the chair because I feel like they did the nice deed and so they deserve the nice deed.
Yeah.
Not like it has to be, but I feel like there's this unwritten rule. And then, but if you're that person, like, oh, you've known we're going to the beach for like 2 weeks now, and you still forget everything.
The problem was that the chair that she used was in her car, and I went to go pick her up at the gym.
Oh, we'll see that.
And we were supposed to bring the chair from the car into my
well,
car, but we both forgot. So
then I have to say the chair. But if it wasn't that, like if she showed up, I'm just saying she showed up and didn't have the chair because she didn't pack it, I would look at my wife and be like, well, guess you're laying on the ground the whole time.
I think for me, like, because I know she has a bad back, that I
Yeah.
don't want to listen to that. And,
that's the other thing.
And I was at being a nice person.
No, no, no.
I
I'm
went
not.
to the beach for me because I know you don't like the beach.
Oh well, that's
So.
that's nice too. No, I agree with that too. You give up when you know, like I just said. So there's some sacrifice. Then it's like unwritten rules. But I wasn't saying anything bad about Kelsey. I was just saying you're a better wife than I. Because with me, Shannon. But Shannon doesn't like the beach either, which I'm kind of. But we're also older. I feel like the older you get, like the beach becomes like you always think I'll never outgrow the beach, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and be like, I don't feel like dealing with the beach. It's. I think I'll say this because. Oh, this is happening a lot to me now. Is the money, is it worth, like, you get a pass, let's just say, I'm just going to say you spent $20 on it. I'm not saying that's it.
Pass?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I spent on it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so they are $180.
Okay.
They just went up to $200.
Okay, fine.
7 times.
In my day, they were $5 to $10.
Per day or
No, for the whole. If you were in Massachusetts, if you're in Middletown, but you got to be on the island to get, like, if you were island dweller or islander, whatever, you got like a really good discount, or maybe it was like $20 for the whole year. It was something real cheap, and I remember going, but it was a lot of money. Like, wow, $20 for the whole year. But then someone would say, but it's for the whole year, and then I'd go, oh yeah. And then it became, but then they started to kind of eliminate the island, and I remember going to like Newport and just Middletown and kind of leaving Portsmouth out, and then it just became Newport people or Middletown people because it was like, depends what beach you go to.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Newport has the first beach, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying.
That's a memorial.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
And so.
And then second and third
is Middletown, and they kind of. And then I do remember at one point Middletown tried to make their beaches like for the, like, you know, like, really, like you had.
Third beach is resident only.
Right. Well, it became. I think that's what it ended up becoming with all the argument, because it has to be like, okay, we'll charge for one, and then we'll make like, I think it became that's what happens, because I remember when it used to be fighting over that too many people are taking beaches away from people who live there, and I was like, yeah.
But the thing is too is like, if they're running out of parking at Second Beach,
Right.
then they close it down to resident only anyways.
Right.
Which I don't think is fair either, because there's only so many beaches around here. And first of all, why am I paying for the beach? This is God's beach, you know? I get that, like, you have a shack, you have lifeguards, you have this and that, and you have people working the parking and stuff like that. But I don't think it needs to be $100. And I don't think it needs to be $200. I don't think it needs to be.
My problem is, because we're going to twine into something, is now I look at it as each time I get a little bit older, I feel like it's 5 to 10 years, I go, oh, no way. Like now, there's no way I'm paying $200. Like, there's so many things I'd rather drop $200 on than go to the beach and deal with.
I don't know if I'll do it next year.
Dealing with kids. I mean, you know I'm a dad. You know I love kids.
Yeah.
But I, like...
People are getting bad out there.
Okay. Judge me for whatever. Just gentle parenting shit, I can't deal with. So I just can't deal with society, so I don't want to be in society.
That's fair.
Because I don't have that. I'm not telling people it has to change. You want gentle parenting, you don't want to say no to your kid, shut the fuck up and deal with it. I don't want to hear you bitching your kid slapped you, or your kid screamed at you, or you need to buy him a new iPhone, or you have to buy a pool, or the world blows up. You made it, you deal with it. Shut the fuck up. You want to be a strict parent, then be a friggin' strict parent. Leave me out of it. I raised all my kids. Trust me, I have ones that love me for what I did, and I have ones that hate me for what I did. And I just know there's one that each time we go to the next step, goes, oh, I get it. I see it a little bit more. Oh, I see it a little more. And it's going to be because what is happening now, we're going to have a horrible crash, because we can't have 40-year-old people living in their basements, because what happens is my generation, my parents' generation are all almost up. They're almost all gone. not exactly, but let's face it, my parents, grandmas, your grandma parents, they're all knocking on the door. I don't want it to be, but it is. And then we're right there too. Like I know I'm not dying, I'm 50, but 10 years I'm in my 60s. Well, that's 10 year away. Yeah, I know, but here's the trick. What I am making for money is not going to happen in 10 years. I mean, some people will, but I'm talking about like the big scheme of it. And then, so what I do, this is my mentality and how I feel the world works. We were just talking about McDonald's going up to almost like $3 on every sandwich. Not everywhere, but a lot of places. And I think it might be corporate and not privately owned, because we were at one that didn't go up. But we know of two, the one's on the island and one's on Metacom, that went up like $3 a sandwich. And this is my comment to the world. Did we forget it's McDonald's? It's McDonald's food.
Yeah.
It's McDonald's food. Now, before someone says, what does that mean? It's crap food.
It's fake food.
It's the crappiest
Yeah.
food you can eat. It's the shit that you buy when your life is like, and you're crying and you're like, I want to taste something good, but I know it's going to kill me in 5 seconds. That's what McDonald's was. It was the Happy Meals that made you feel good. It wasn't like, this isn't Bowen's 22 when you go and your father says to me, oh, that prime rib, you don't need a knife. Just use your fork because it's so tender it'll fall apart.
Yeah.
And I'll go, yeah, right. And then I'm like, oh my God. Like, you know your dad cooking with, especially at that restaurant, it was like, the food was, that, you say, yeah, the prime rib.
$200, I get that.
Right, like, yeah. If you said to me, this is $200, I'd be like, that's a lot of money, but I'm getting a lot of food. Because I remember coming out with a big thing of mashed potatoes, and I was like, he's like, oh yeah, you're going to get what you pay for, but you're going to pay for it,
Yeah.
but you're going to get it too.
Yeah.
And I remember going, I love this place. I remember going a few times. I remember just hanging with your dad and be like, oh, you at work? Yeah. You think I can get a prime rib?
Yeah.
I
used to love going to work with my dad. Like, I think he was like transitioning out of the kitchen.
Right.
And we'd be in his office and he'd just bring us up like the best fucking grilled cheese.
Yeah, whatever.
And,
Yeah.
Some fries and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I knew
that.
that.
And then they had like, I think it was either blackberry or, I think it was blackberry ice cream or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah. I know.
That was fucking good.
Yeah. Because it was like real.
Yeah, it was like
real blackberry. Like
yeah.
we're not talking about artificial.
Yeah, no, this
it was good.
Like,
And
good.
so I always like, and I think it's the same thing when I talk about gas. So so this is back in the 2000s. I know you won't. I mean, you might remember this. We had this went up to like $3 for gas back then. You know what we did? No one fucking did anything. Everyone said, fuck you, we're going to drive to work, drive home, no extra activities, we're not paying $3 for gas. So what do? Pop it back down to 2. Because you know what happens is, everyone says this, well, I'd rather make money than making no money. So I'm not making enough money right now, so I'll get rid. Nowadays, we went up to almost $5 in gas, and people were like, fine, I'll go on vacation. I'm like, what are you doing? $5, and guess what? What do? They're going to lower it, right? They lowered it from $4.30 something. How much have they lowered it?
Not much, because it's like just under 4 now.
It's $3.60 something, and that's probably what it's going to be. And that's what they do. They jump up high, see how you react, and if you don't go, the new price will be slightly under. So I sit here and say to you, like, so going back to it's the beach. It's the beach. I don't need it that bad. I like the beach, but I don't need it. It's kind of like, where can I go that's not drama? And then you land up finding some fucking place, some beach, some crap place that you're like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here. Like, and somehow, I remember as a kid, they had Macquarie Lane, off of Macquarie Lane at the very bottom, there was like a beach.
Macquarie Beach?
You can kind of go to, and then I don't know if they closed that off, but that was for the longest time.
So Sandy Point in Macquarie is Portsmouth.
Oh, is it now? Okay, I remember you could just go. Like anyone could just go.
Yeah, it's Portsmouth.
And trust me, trust me, no one really wanted because it's kind of rocky.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, it's still the beach. because I know Sandy Point is like pure rock. Which I always love at Sandy Point. I'm like, there's no sand here.
Yeah.
There
Where's
is.
the sand?
Yeah, it's like this much
It's under
sand,
all the rock.
this much rock, and then you get to the water. That's the part that always kills me. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm in the sand that my feet feel amazing, and I got to walk through how many layers of rock to get to the water? And I'm like, and then it becomes sand again, and you're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because you can't lay on the rocks, you can't lay in front of the rocks because you're in the water.
Yeah.
The cat, and I know it sounded like someone opened the door.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, hello. We have a special guest
Got
today.
podcast here.
Podcast. So I think the older you get, the more you get like.
I think
Is
part
it worth
of the
it?
reason that I got the pass this year is one, I work there, like in Middletown now.
Right,
so
right,
like
right.
it's easier for me to go
Right there.
before, after,
Right.
whatever, depending on my schedule.
Makes sense.
Two, I have a buddy that is in school right now, so she's not working, so I can just go whenever she's available. And like, I think those are pretty much the only reasons that I like got the pass. Otherwise, like
I don't.
Last year I went to the beach. I think maybe once, maybe twice.
I don't want to hate on people's like yums.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hate on that. But I just get to a point is I feel like our human nature. There's a point where you say, "When's enough?"
Yeah.
Like what's enough? What you guys and I say you guys and I don't mean you personally, but your generation are fucking dumb as rocks. Like you guys keep paying for shit that I go, I would have said no already.
Yeah.
Like a PS5 where you don't need the game and you download and everything is in a game. Now, I admit I put money into a game too. I don't put that much money, but I put money into a game and I get it and I get the security and I get this stuff. But there's a line where I go, okay, soon as this is done, I'm done. Like I'm not buying three. Like I know some people like, well, I have this game, I have this game, I have this game, and I have this game. Okay, I'm going to throw this out here. This is what I have to deal with. There is a 30-year-old man who plays the game who got mad at me and told me he would drop $1,000 on this game if he has to give me an ass whooping. And I just said to like I just kept thinking there's nothing else in your life that's worth $1,000 that you feel like you need to put into this game. Like, okay, if you take the $5 and $10 I've spent over the last almost 2 years now, not exactly 2 years, but almost 2 years on this game, not really, I'd say a year and so many months or so. Maybe you're getting $100, maybe. Like and I don't even think that. I think you're really like, because you put 10 in, you put 10 in, you put 10 in a month, and you put 10 here, and you put 10 there. You know, I get it. And I know people dropping crazy money into this game. I just go, what are you doing in your life that you have this much money? And it's like that's kids that go, I don't cook. I buy stuff, it's like, when does it run out?
But I think because the housing market right now, and this is what I'm hearing from other people.
I'm listening.
So this is what like my generation
Right.
is thinking. The housing market is so astronomical right now.
Right.
Compared to what
It used to be. I agree.
it used to be and what we are bringing in.
Right.
That buying houses is just like not a goal for people because it just seems so out of reach.
Right.
That they are willing to spend their money on concerts, on games, on food, on stuff like that because
Right.
this is not in their reach.
Right.
But if you put all that money that you put in the concerts,
Right,
the games, the
right.
food,
Yeah.
then it'd be more.
I like to agree with that, but I also like to put the one thing that I feel that is a small lack in your generation. And I shouldn't say just your generation, because I feel like other people's generation had this, but you guys have more ability to abuse this power. Is I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
I want
Instant
it
gratification.
now,
Yes.
right now, and I'm special.
Because we're growing up in a world where everything is. Like,
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like,
Yes.
in my day, I said I want a house now, and they go, yeah, get your ass working.
Mhm.
And then I'd work, and then the now did come, and it did come faster. But I also had to sacrifice. That was the trick in my day. You sacrifice and you got a reward. You guys don't want to sacrifice, but you want the reward. Now, it doesn't mean that all of you. Before you look at me like I'm not like that, I know you're not like that, and I know your wife's not like that. But everyone does have that in your generation of well, I want a house, but it's going to take me 10 years to get the house. Fuck that house. And it's like, yeah, but if you start at 18, you'll be in your you'll be 30. You're still like, a lot of people bought a house. My parents didn't get their houses until they were almost in their 40s.
Yeah.
And I remember being excited. I remember being like, we got our house. Like, we have a house. We're not bouncing around from place to place.
Yeah.
And but I think to myself, like, I bought my house at 3 days before I was 22, so technically 21. But I sacrificed a lot. Like, I just basically worked 4 jobs and buckled down and didn't spend money. I did, but I didn't. Like, I had a tight budget. Because I remember times that I wouldn't go out just to have the extra money for the next time. So, like, you know, this sounds crazy, but I have like $200 for the weekend. So I remember a few times, like, my friends were like, oh, well, we're not going out. I'd be like, great. I work more. The next week I had $200 to go out. And I'd be like, all right, you know, like, or I'd go out and I just wouldn't feel it. And I'd be like, I'm just going to keep everything here. And I spend like $25, and that's it. And I would have more money for the next weekend, or whatever. I mean, that's the other thing. I feel like you guys, not you, please don't take this generation. I don't want to, because
well, you know who I am, so like.
Right, I know, but
I'm not taking offense.
But I also don't want them to think I'm attacking you, because I'm not. I love this kid.
Yeah, all these people have been watching.
No one watches, but you know, one person will watch it and be like, "What an asshole attacking her." It's like you just guys don't. I don't know. I don't want to say don't know how to manage money, but there's no, like, the McDonald's thing. Like, you guys will keep buying McDonald's, and it's like, guys, it's $3 more. Yeah, but I want it, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Where, like, my generation's like, I really want this, but for $3 more, you can shove this up your ass. Like, where's the limit for you guys? And that's what companies keep grabbing, because instead of just going to the store and saying, listen, I can't afford $200 worth of groceries that are 5 things. Fuck you. I'm only going to buy one thing, and I'm going to live off of that, and I'm just going to, like, there's no checks and balances. Because if you stop buying products from businesses lose money, which makes them go out of business, or B, readjust things, okay? And then it goes back to, okay, now we brought our product back down, or giving you more, and then you need to kind of, like, again, say, okay, well, what you're giving me is worth $10. I'll buy that for $10. And it's like, yeah, it might be higher than what it was, but it's not going to be $3. It'll be 50 cents higher. How do you jump up $3 more on every sandwiches? So that means if you buy 2 sandwiches at McDonald's, or again, it's the same trick of the whole family of 4. How are you paying for family of 4? How are you paying for that? You're not eating McDonald's. McDonald's has become, think about a family of 4 have to go, or you and a group of girls when you were kids, your father going to McDonald's, like, and going, okay, everyone off the dollar menu, you know, because now you have 10, just say all 10 of your friends. Yeah. And you guys were all kids. Your dad ain't going to pick up that bill, but not now. Back then, when it was like, hey, everyone gets, you know, because you figure, a sandwich and a fry and a drink. So 3.
Oh no. Oh. My dad.
Oh no, no.
We each got a sandwich, we shared a fry, and we shared a drink.
Okay. Hey. And that's when it was like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, yeah. And I get it. You know, hey, money doesn't grow on trees, you know?
Yeah, I get it too. I'll never drink Sprite.
I always laughed about the chewed straw.
Ugh, and the chunks. Blech. Yeah, no.
But see, it's like those certain things that you go, okay, I get that, or I don't get it, or I don't know. It's just, you guys, and I'm not picking on, but the gentle parenting, you know.
I think it's more than gentle parenting. It's the hand holding
And
for
I hate,
years and years and years, and not setting up for preparation.
I
like
hate
life,
the.
You know?
I think my son might have something. I think my daughter has something. Okay, you know what? I listened to a famous comedian talk about something, and did someone ever say something like you preach, and you're like, yes, yes. I hate the word. I hate the word anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you're worried. You're worried. Everyone's fucking worried. There is no anxiety. That's just a fancy word that's for worried. You're anxious. Yeah, because you're worried about something. You're worried about waking up late tomorrow. Maybe that's it. You're worried about your bill that has to be paid, that you didn't make enough money this week. Guess what? That's life. Like, there is no, I have an anxiety problem. How you know? It's fucking the world. Like, I have never met an adult in my life that doesn't have to stress about something. If it's not kids, it's money. If it's not money, it's your house. If it's not your house, it's your car. It's like, oh God, if I get in a car accident, we laugh about this, but my shitter broke, what, so many years ago? Like, and I didn't have that money to fix it. It was like, I need to fix this. And I went almost a year trying to fix something. That is stressful. But guess what? I kept being like, I'm sure somebody else has the same problem. Like, this is part of life. Like, I'm going to get through it. I don't know. I pray to God I get through this. But this is, you remember me. There were times that I was like, I just want to cry. I just want to cry. And it's like, it's all right. We'll get through it.
I remember you came back one day. You're like, I need to use the bathroom because I cannot do this.
Yeah, like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, it's just certain moments where, I mean, and I'll be honest about the stories. Like, we tried, okay, don't use the toilet. We kept putting stuff down it. Let's use a bucket and a tub. And then I tried to use the bucket. I slipped. And the bucket went flying. I smashed my head. I said, I'm not doing that. We had to put I had to actually clear out the water on the tank, and then put a bag in and go to the bathroom and then wrap the bag up and then throw the bag out, which is probably illegal, but guess what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. And I don't know. It's like talking about it it's like I think about it, it's like, oh, it's so gross.
I feel like it's no different than a diaper.
But I feel like when it's real life, it's like, suck it up. Get over it. This is what you gotta do. That's the other thing. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants their shitter broken. No one wants their cold, hot water broken. No one wants shit go wrong in their life. They wanted to wake up every morning and get in the shower, get out of the shower, take a shit, don't take a shit, whatever. And like, it's all there. But we all got problems that happen. You know, it's like, people want to make a big thing out of not big things. It is a big thing. No, I'm not trying to make it light. I don't know what it is. It's what was the other thing? It was because I just remember him saying that, and he said something else, and he's like, it's basically just you're tired. You're worried. You're tired. You know, like, you're stressed. There is no stress-free life. I'm sure, because I'll be honest with you, I've always said this since day one in my life. People who make $20 million a year, or like just say a job, they get like actors, right? Mm-hmm. Just because they make $20 million doesn't mean all their problems went away. That just means all their bills just got higher. Because most people who make that much now spend that much. So yes, you have more crap in your house. Like, well, you could have all that stuff in your house that we were watching earlier, right? It doesn't mean your life is going to be easier. It's because when something breaks, you got to deal with all that. Yeah. And that means it's more money out of your pocket to get it fixed. It's just, things just don't go away. The only things that go away is when you dumb down things. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is something you do. And I don't know if you get that from me, because I feel like that is like, kind of like,
I feel like I'm just lazy.
But that you get that from me. Like, it's like I just keep simpling in my life. I just keep,
Yep.
Like I just, it's just little things. Like my house is set up so convenient that sometimes I'm like, I don't want anyone to come over. And Shannon goes, why? I was like, because I feel like I just have stuff here that most people would be like, why do you have this here? And they'd be like, oh, see? And they were like, yeah, but that looks like crap. But my table goes here. Like, like the table goes here, the table goes here. Like, yeah, but wouldn't it look nicer? And you're like,
I'm not an aesthetic person.
Yeah. You're not materialistic.
I'm not materialistic. I'm not aesthetic. I like what I like, and I'll buy stuff that I like.
Not just me.
But I'm also buying stuff like this couch was free.
Right.
I don't love this couch, but it's free, and I'm gonna keep it
until it's dead.
Yes.
And once it dies, then we'll get.
Then we'll think about buying another one, but probably not for a while.
That's like mine. I have two.
Like this one over here.
Yeah, I know.
As soon as like the springs break, I'm just gonna get rid of that.
I have to be honest.
It's gonna be the rest of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The
beanbag will be polished.
Shannon just talked to us about because both my couches are, well, one we got from my ex, Jay Lee. Yeah. That spring broke and I fixed it, but now like it's really dead.
Now you're like.
Yeah, like, and the other one is 20 some odd years old. Like we're
older than me.
Yeah, I got it when Sue moved out.
When did Sue move out?
Somewhere in 2003 or 4. I'll say somewhere in there. 2004. So we're over 20 years.
Yeah. 22.
And they're dead. And it's a dead one. It is dead. Like the cushions are dead. The spring's dead.
Do they make how they make mattress toppers? Do they make couch toppers?
No, but they do make things that you can restuff the things. But I looked into it, and I was just like, this is going to cost so much. Like it's going to cost so much to redo it. They're almost like better off because the fabric is beautiful. Well, give and take. Because I will say it's slightly faded because it's getting old.
Yeah.
But it's almost like Shannon goes. Shannon always goes, "We're going to buy new couches. We're buying new couches." And I'm going, yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
Huh?
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
You can buy some for like, well, it depends on the condition.
Yeah.
You want it to, but
yeah.
Like, sometimes they're free if they're trying to like move out.
My personal thing is I like to get one new one and one hand-me-down one, or one taking one and just pushing it over and going. Yeah. This is the one because I feel like one is more for coats, for bags, because and that's the other thing. I feel like going from kid life to a lone life is now different, and I also feel like I don't have that energy. Being alone makes me do less because I'm alone.
Yeah, because like, what do you clean your house for?
Like
yourself?
Yeah, I'm really bad like that. It's more like I do vacuum, and I try. There's things I still like. You don't want food everywhere. You're like gross. Yeah. Like, but I always seem to do I do this a lot. On the weekends, we like have a power drink to kind of stay up late, and then I feel like the cans kind of slightly grow, and then I spend one. And it's so satisfying taking the one day and just throwing like, and then having one full bag of garbage and throwing it out instead of like having a bunch of little bags. I don't know. It's stupid, but
no,
it's satisfying.
I mean, I feel like I clean the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom the most out of my entire house.
Right.
And then like the bedroom, that gets done when I literally cannot stand being in that room anymore.
Right.
And all I do is sleep in that room. Like,
right. No, I'm the same way.
And then like this room is like the catch-all room. Like,
yeah.
When I don't need something, or like when something like isn't put away, it's just over there. Or like the basement, like I spent a lot less time than I thought I was going to downstairs in the basement one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't be down here anymore. And I like literally just like cleaned everything up. But it's so satisfying just to like get it done.
Oh, I had the drama today, this weekend, which was 1,000,000 degrees heat. So, this could go either way for me.
Okay.
Every time we get a major heat wave,
you just have AC in your bedroom.
I have it just in the bedroom, but we did move one into the living room and get a curtain So the living room now has somewhat AC.
Do you have blackout curtains?
Yeah, blackout, big thick one. We just got Velcro put on. We haven't put it up yet because we bought it last night. It was Velcro to try to put it a little more tighter because there's a basically it's a bathroom rod in the middle of the doorway, and it hangs in the middle. Does that make sense? What I mean by that?
Doorway?
Of the doorway.
Oh, okay.
And so it just kind of hangs, like you know where my
your hallway
parents.
is?
You know where? Yeah. You know where my parents have that door in the waiting room. So if you walk in the waiting room, you walk through the front door. There's the steps, and then there's like those two. There's a big table, chairs, and then there's chairs. There's a door right here.
It's always open when I'm there. So
Right.
I
Okay.
never realized that
Well,
was a door.
there's a doorway. How's that? I
Okay.
know you know there's a
Okay.
doorway. My parents have a door. I don't have a door. I just have a doorway. So I just put a rod, bathroom rod, which is screws, right? Put it in, and then I hung blackout curtains that went all the way to the ground. The only problem is they kind of on the sides sometimes kind of push in a little bit. So we got Velcro to kind of just overlap it, but the top is right to the top, so it basically it's almost airtight as soon as we get the Velcro on it.
You have some for the stairs too?
No.
Do you have a door? You don't have
Yes,
a
I have a door
You do?
upstairs.
Okay.
My parents have a rickety door. I have like a proper door upstairs, which that is a lot of my panic too, because I'm always thinking someone's going to break in and be upstairs. So I always lock the door upstairs.
Okay.
So if I ever walk upstairs when I get
There's a
home,
light on your face that's
I always
Very
lock the
distracting.
door. I always lock the door, and I always when I go home check the door upstairs because if it's unlocked, I know someone's up there. Like I don't know why. I just
your raccoon.
yeah, my raccoon.
Your coon. Hey, cooter, your coon.
So, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just a. So I
Do you have them for your windows though? Blackout?
no, but I have shades. Not shades. Blinds, and they're pretty. I have them, but I don't have them overlap. They're in the window, so my blinds are in the window, so it holds in everything more.
I know that you were shaded in your living room, but I didn't know.
Yeah. So I actually have two now. I actually have 3 ACs in my house now. One for the toy room upstairs for the thousands of dollars of toys so they don't melt.
Nice.
The one for the I have that on like 75. So it really does take
Take
the
the
more.
humidity,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
all it is. And so it's not like it's you go up and you're like, ooh, this is
That's
cool.
staying
But
all year round because I know you.
no, I take it out.
Do
I
you?
have to. I have to. I wish I couldn't. I wish I could leave it in all year. I would leave it in all year.
Why'd you put the plastic around it?
I don't think. I mean, outside or inside? Well, I guess you could do that on
Put
the
it like
inside.
on the window.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
With your back.
I don't know. I don't know. That might all change upstairs anyway. So
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay.
And then we have one in my bedroom, and then now we have one in the. So I took the one that was in the old Marin's room, the computer room, and put it in there. And I didn't think it was gonna be big enough, but I actually like Googled it and measured the room, and I was like, oh, it says it could do it, and heat
But
rises.
Even if it like isn't meant for that big of a room, as long as it takes enough of the humidity out.
Right, and I
you know?
put it for like 70, 72, 70. I have it there, so it just takes that.
Like I don't think like
humidity.
this one.
That's the problem with
That's at 78, but that's at just 70.
right. But the problem is it
This
goes into
room's
the
open,
kitchen.
that one's
That
open,
room, yeah,
yeah.
right. So if you want this room to be 70, if you took,
But I don't need to be 70. Like this is
I get
fine,
no,
you
I
know?
get it. No, it does.
Although it does feel a lot more hot when I step out of my room in the morning because
Right.
our room is at the 62, and
Right.
that is
Oh,
our
yeah.
room. Like
Yeah, that's cranking. Yeah.
and then you step back and you're like, ooh, it's hot out here.
I will admit, I get really mad at the one in my bedroom because I'll set that to 60. I swear to God, and I'll look
Ours
at
only goes to 62.
mine goes to 60, but it never goes to 60. Like I always leave. Like as I have thermometers everywhere, like and it'll say,
Just
huh?
Just goes.
I'm
Okay.
I'm fanatic about this. Like I have 2 outside thermometers. I have one in the sun and one out of the sun.
Okay.
The one in the sun can tell me how much like I always think it's like real heat. And then the one in the shade is kind of like what it is in the shade. And there's a
No
difference.
way, bro.
And I want to tell you something. It's different sometimes. It is different.
My favorite Halloween is Halloween.
I don't care. That was the best line. Because you were so serious.
I say all the fucking time. The people who weren't even there, like, my favorite Halloween's Halloween, and they're like, what?
You dropped that line so serious, and you looked at us like, and it was Sam and I, like, in tears.
As soon as I said it, I was like, oh no, that's a good.
And your face is like, I'm owning it.
Like,
you're like, you heard what I said.
You heard me.
Yeah, that's what you said. You heard what I said, and we were like. Sam jumped out there like a fucking cougar. She was like, Rear! She was like, and I was just sitting there like, we haven't even done anything yet. You hadn't even spoke yet.
I don't think I had, no.
No, you hadn't. We were like,
that's my brain for you.
I'm not too far behind you. I've said some stupid things on this podcast.
And then this is the thermometer. Tells me what the temperature is.
It's in the shade. But it's in the shade. Because I had one.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't think I'm going to let this play out.
No, I was going to, and I was like, I am totally,
Dishwasher.
I was totally going to say, and it tells the temperature and the thing.
And that's interesting. Because we always need to know the temperature.
No, this is why. So.
I can see clocks. Temperature is a little.
Oh, clocks. I'm fanatic about clocks. I'm fucking crazy. Because there's no clock in here. I hate this house. Like, there's so many places I hate to be. Because it's like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, it's like, you're uncomfortable. That, I guess, makes me anxious because I don't know. I understand I don't know conception of time. So,
I don't either, but I think it works out for me in different ways.
See, if I was.
Because I'm either staring at the clock or I'm like.
But see, I'd be late constantly. Like, I would need tons of alarm clocks to be going off if I don't. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I'm not a.
And I have the oven time. I use the oven clock a lot. So I'm in the kitchen most of my life.
That's different.
Slave.
Right.
I do have to say the salon needs to move their clock because it's like in the waiting room.
Oh.
But like there's a big shelf in the way.
So I'm going to explain to you why I need a temperature gauge outside.
Yes.
Okay. And so I'll quickly explain how I got two. So one I had bought one and it had the main head that's inside died. So I went out and bought the second one. But the first one that went outside linked to the one that went inside. And I went, oh, so I have the ability to see one in the sun and one in the shade because they both linked up to the same one, and they have before you say there's two temperature things. So I know temperature 1 is the sun, and I know temperature 2 is the shade. And then I do have in my computer room another head that for some reason hooked up to it too. I was like, like the head to a thermometer, but it only tells you one thing. It doesn't. It tells you the one from the shade, and that's it.
Okay, so in my head, I thought you just had like the thermometer, nothing
no,
that like.
No. It tells me everything, and then
like a numerical number.
Yes, like so it says. So it says like 40.
So it's not like a real thermometer.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's like a digital thing, and it basically says it says the humidity outside. It says the humidity inside. Like I said, I have two that's somehow connected to it. And I was like,
really like?
What's that?
You know, it's like they're in water. And it's
like the different things.
I would stare at that fucking thing all day long.
So
that's the lava lamp that I need.
The question became, why do I have this? I have this because I have to calculate my heat. So I have one of those heaters, and I hate to use heaters because it just takes the humidity. It warms the humidity in the air. It warms it. Like, you ever seen those bulb heaters? They're called bulb heaters, and it's a bulb. And what it does is
and it heats.
Yeah, and it heats. But it changes the humidity in the house. Okay. So it doesn't heat your house. So for example, if I lose all my heating, which has happened, that little heater does shit for me. But if I can have the heat kind of pop on and then pop off, that little heater will change the humidity and will actually keep the room warmer longer and not make my house heat run as much. Unless it drops to a certain level. So if it drops to 32 or below, my house heat
then it's
kicks on.
snowing inside your house.
No. Outside. I'm talking about outside.
Oh.
Outside. The house heat pops on.
Okay.
But if it stays over that little I call it a little heater, changes it and it kind of
So
helps.
the bulb is on the outside of your house.
No, the bulb is in the heater inside of the heater.
Okay.
It's a black heater.
This is above my
It's
favorite. We gotta remember why you're losing me.
I don't know why you think the bulb that keeps things warm is outside. We're not paying for the outside
Well,
to
'cause
get
you
warm.
said something outside.
The heat, the temperature outside.
How do you know the temperature outside? Is what I'm asking.
No, okay, you're confused.
I am. That's why I'm like, this is
So I have a little heater in my house.
Yes, heater inside house.
Okay.
Dumb it way down.
Changes the humidity
Right,
in the
got
house.
that. Move on.
If the temperature outside.
But how does it know outside?
No. It doesn't matter. The temperature outside goes under 32.
Okay.
The house heat pops on because it can't hold. My house can't hold that heat. If you catch my drift. Like, okay, put it this way. When does your heat know to pop on?
When I turn it on.
Yeah, but when does it know? Does it go on and off? Does it run the whole time?
I don't know. Probably goes on and on.
Right. How does it know to go
I
on?
don't know.
There's a
That's
little.
above my pay grade.
There is a thermometer in there, or
Okay.
that reads it, and then when it drops, let's say you set it for 64, drops to 63, it heats it up to 65, and then brings it back down to 64.
so, but what
So
I'm
this
still
little
lost
heater heats up the house
Yes.
and runs.
So then it has to have a different thermometer in it for it to
Right,
know
but it's
when
set.
outside.
But it's set to 64. My house is set for 64. But when
and
it
then
turns,
the heat turns on.
well, yeah. So if it
Okay,
ever
so-
drops, when it
So
drops,
why didn't you fucking tell me about 32 degrees outside? Because that has
because
nothing
when
to do
it
with
drops,
anything.
that little heater can't. It doesn't work. Like it basically, it actually shuts itself off because it just runs itself to get too hot, and then it has an automatic shut off, and it shuts off, and the house heat has to do all the work. For some reason, under 32, like when I say heater, most people hear like, oh, it's going to heat up your whole house no matter what. No matter what, it's going to heat up your house. It's like, no, it doesn't, because it doesn't heat the house like it doesn't have a heating element inside of it that heats the house. I know it's very confusing.
I'm very lost, and I think we're just going to move on because I don't think you can explain it to me one more fucking time.
Okay, so the trick is that the inside of the house is regulated, and when for some reason when it gets too cold outside, that little heater can't keep the house heat higher than what it's supposed to be, so the house heat starts to run. But I need to know what the temperature outside is, because then I know, oh, the house heat's going to run more. Well, that means I have to spend more money on oil than I do electricity. So I balance it out between oil and electricity, but I know it by the weather outside. Because if it's 42, I know the little heater is going to make sure that the oil will not pop on at all. But if it's 31 out, oh, the house heat's going to pop on. That little heater ain't going to do nothing for me. It'll shut off. And it just keeps my balance of knowing what I'm going to have to unload, because there's been times that electricity was so cheap that it was like, and oil was so high, and then there were times that oil was so cheap and electricity was so expensive, and now I'm just fucked anyway. So it's just like, whatever runs, I just cry.
Right.
I'm almost at that point, because they're both so crazy expensive that my formula for the last 20 some odd years is starting to fall apart, because I'm like, it's not working. But I don't know why it does that. All I can think is it get too cold, and that little heater says, whoa, this is way back here. Like,
It's above his pay grade.
yeah, it's above its pay grade. We're really hooked on this one. I'm done. And that's when the thing pops on. But I need to know, because when I walk in, I'm like, is the house heat running? Like, oh no. And then, but I won't know if I didn't see the temperature outside. Because once I look up and I see 32, 30, 30, I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be a cold night. Like it's gonna be, because my house heat runs different than that little. I have 2 little heaters, and that's it. Because I don't hate. That's the only good thing. The toys don't need heat. Yeah. They just need AC till they don't melt.
They're up there like in the ice cubes.
Their joints are like, we're super tight now.
Try and bend me, bitch.
I don't know. It's just it's like a formula. It's like, so I just became super. Like I need those. Like I need those to kind of balance out my bills, kind of thing. I tried it one year without it, and it would like things would pop. I'm like, what is going on? And then when I have it, I walk in. It's simple. It's like, yep, we're under 32. Like, well, the house heat's gonna run. And then when it's running all night, it doesn't bother me. Like I know why it's running. But if it's not running, then I'm like, oh shit, something's wrong. Like it almost feels like I know my house better because of the system. Because when I walk in and it's like, so one time, so this, oh God, this is a long time ago. Marin was little. And when I say little, like 3, 4 maybe, like she's just before school. I walk in the house and Jaylee says, we have a problem. I go, what? And now I walk in and there, Marin has her diaper on. That's it.
Oh, it's hot.
And Jaylee has like
nothing.
Almost nothing on. I mean, she does, but like summer clothes. And I walk in, I'm like, and I'm pissed. What the fuck, Jaylee? Like, don't touch the thermostat. Like, we don't have money for that. Like, you know, because and the other thing is, I can't live in hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my brother-in-law had like 75 in his house all the time. It's like, I get there, I take off my sweatshirt, I have to take off my pants, I take off socks. I'm like, I have a thong on, I'm like, I need to change. Like, no, I'm like, bro. And he's like, oh, it's too cold. Because he's Portuguese. And I'm like, then you need to move to Florida. Like, if this is too cold, you need to move to Florida. Hey, it's his money, he can do whatever he wants. So, that's how I say, it's your house, your money.
Oh my God, 75 is cold for him now. Like, can you imagine when he's like 85?
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's going to have to live on the sun.
Yeah.
He's going to live on the equator.
Literally.
So, we're sitting there, and I walk in, and of course, I admit, I jump right to the gun. I'm accusing everybody of the sun. Yeah. And so I walk over, and it says 90 degrees. And I'm like, and all I can see is fucking money flying out the door. Yeah. And just for you guys to all know, things were really tough when Marin was like, Marin was a surprise. Things weren't like.
Yeah, nothing was set up right.
Nothing was set up right.
You were surviving.
When people say their nose was above water, we were literally like underwater for half an hour, come up and breathe for a second, and then back underwater. Like, there were days that we could breathe an extra second, but we were basically underwater. Like, to a point that I remember eating dinner and having like one thing and giving the rest to Marin and Jaylee and being like, I'm fine. And Jaylee like, no, she doesn't need to eat this. You need, and fighting because I wouldn't take from my family because I just wasn't like, I'm not that type of dad or a person. Yeah. And I just remember her leaving the table, like I'm full, and she'd leave, and then I would grab whatever, and I would go into the kitchen later on the night because Jaylee would not eat leftovers no matter what. Mm-hmm. And Marin really didn't either. I don't think she cared. She just wasn't a big eater. She wasn't yet at that point, thank God. And then I would go in and steal whatever left for food, or unless we needed it the next day, and then that was our dinner for the next night. But
It's over.
Well, so we're sitting there, and I'm yelling at her. I'm not even being nice. I'm mad. I admit, I'm in my early 30s. Stress is bad for me. I'm not doing good. I'm like, why the fuck you have it this way? And then I look over and I see the little number where it says what it's supposed to be set to, and it's supposed to be set to 62. And I'm like, oh, a valve had broke. And it basically, and so I called up and I was like, and thank God we had Marin, because then they came over, because when you have a little kid, they come over, And they're like, I'm like, listen, we're gonna burn through oil way faster. I gotta wait a week. And they're like, no, you have a little one at home. We'll make sure because I'll lose everything.
Yeah.
And they came and the guy could barely work on it because the when I went downstairs with him, the pipe was almost red. It was so hot from just running. And she called me up and said she had called up. She goes, I think something's wrong. And I kept saying, what's wrong? She goes, I don't know. Maybe there's something's wrong with the furnace. Unfortunately, she was young. I don't want to say dumb, just inexperienced. So it's kind of like she just had no clue. By the time I got home, she's like, this is so hot. She had like a back window open, and I get it, but when you're paying for it, you're like,
shut that fucking window.
Yeah, I know, but
there'll be the beach in here.
Yeah, I know. And Marin just running around like, this is the greatest day. But she was hot. She was sweating. I was like, oh yeah, okay. But I remember being like, and I felt from that day on, it was like I really needed to know what was happening in the house. Like it just couldn't be. I don't know. See, this is the shit I keep talking about. Like I've had life lessons in my life where no one's there to fucking help me. I'm by my fucking self. Yeah, my parents live next door. I was like, hold on, like something's wrong with my phone. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 90 in here. Like like I need to call, and they're like, oh, call this place, and I was like, all right. And they're like, I got another number if you need it. Like that type of help. But basically, my parents weren't there in the house to tell me like. From that point on, it was like I had to be aware of this crap.
Yeah.
So I got a thermostat to put like a thermos thing for outside and inside. So when I know when the house heats up, popping on, I look over and it says 19 or 3 outside. I go, okay, well that's what's it's cold.
Yeah.
It makes sense, and it just puts me at ease. I go, now I know why the heat's popping on. It's 3 degrees outside. Because if your heat's popping on and off, it's 3 outside.
Yeah.
Or if it's in, I remember one time it was like negative something. I love it now because I love seeing like numbers I've never seen before. Like we had a heat wave, not this year. Remember when I got really sick? Really? Yeah, was it last year or the year before? I remember I got really, really sick. And it was 105. And I had never seen it go that high. And remember I had all the fans on and I just... And that's when
it was last year because it was like stupid early in the year and you didn't have your
anything in, and I paid for that. Yeah. I actually got really sick and I had no Gatorade, and you're like, and I was like, I had heat stroke really bad, and I didn't know what to do. Remember, I almost was crying because my head felt like it was going to explode.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it on the podcast, so we can go back and check that out.
That was upsetting.
And I just remember thinking to myself, like, I like to see that thermometer when it says some number. I was like, 105, this is the highest this has ever got here. This is cool. Like, what I mean? I know it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know it's... No, it wasn't. It was 104 in mine, not 105. That's not the point. It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So, that's why I started getting into that stuff. And, I don't know, I just feel like... Well, you've lived here for what? This is your 3rd year, second year. Have you felt like there's certain things you've become more... I don't know if I got that way yet. I think I I became aware of. Like...
Yeah, so we had gas at our apartment.
Right.
And now we have oil.
Right.
And I wish I had something up here to tell me what the oil is so I don't...
Oh, no, you have to go down to the basement.
I know,
yeah.
But I wish there was something like that
I don't
here
have
so
that
that
either.
way, like... Because it's out of sight, out of mind, I don't think about it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, how much oil do we have?
Oh no, every time I do laundry, I go check mine. That's my habit. And you're like, and before you say, oh, well, you don't do laundry that often, I go to that basement at least 4 times to 5 times a week, and I constantly look, because I've done that, where it was this close to being empty, and when you have a family, I shouldn't say that, I'm sorry. When you have people that are depending on you to be aware of it, having this much, and you know what I meant by family, not because Kelsey is family to you.
Yeah, but I know what you
think. And your animals are
family.
But. Yeah. Depend on you. I am now like the king of going to check. Like I'm always like, I'll go to work and I'll be like, hey Bob, remind me. And I know my dad's getting older. And I'll be like, remind me we're at 1/4 of a tank. Like I need to be thinking about calling soon. And my dad's really good at that too. And I also talk to my dad because he I did learn stuff from my dad by saying he's like you got 1/4, you got maybe a month, maybe a couple of weeks, it depends on what type of year it is.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of like, nah, I'm about here. But then I started paying attention, and so I now know, like, oh, I'm here. Oh, I got 3 weeks. Oh, it's summertime. Oh, all that's running.
Like a whole year.
No, I wish it was. God, I get mad. I'm like, where does the oil go in the summer? Where does it go? And then I forgot. I remember getting really mad, and I was younger too. Before this wasn't like last year, but I lost my shit one day of like I just thought the oil would be there all summer, and then the winter it would pop on, and then I don't know who I was talking to. It was someone much older than me who liked to put me in check of like, you fucking idiot kid, your heat, you water your heat.
Nope.
You heat your water.
Yep.
I love that look. Like, nope. So close. So close. I love you. I love you so much. I was like, no.
I know you think that's right, but that's not.
And then you do a face like, you're fixing it. You're like, I can see the look like, try again. That's why I love you.
Just throw a toaster in the water. You're fine.
I know.
Same equivalent. We need to water your heat.
Oh, man.
Toaster bath.
Oh, yeah, my luck. My luck is unplugged in. I'd be like, fuck! It would unplug. It's not long enough. I have to get up and find the extension cord. And by then, I'm like, fuck it!
I'm fine, I'll live. Try again next time.
So, I didn't know
that you have to water your heat.
Yeah, I have to heat my water. And it's through oil, and it pops on and off like 4 or 5, well, more than 4 or 5 times. Depends on how cool the water gets. And I was like, what? And I remember it had to be in the beginning of my house, owning a house. Remind you, before anyone says anything, I lived alone quite a few years before someone moved in with me. I think of quite a few drinking years of being alone, of just being like, and I didn't care as much as I should have in the beginning. I was alone. I wasn't. Like, it was great to have a house, but then it became, like, not great. And now it's more like, I like it. I don't mind it. There are some benefits. I don't have to worry about being quiet for the person downstairs or upstairs. It's like, if I want loud music, I use, like, it's loud music.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Like, it's going to be sold underneath you at all. Or
like, there's so many things that's kind of, but I've become fanatic about things now, too. Like, now I know why old people become fanatic. Like, I gotta cut this down. If I don't cut this down, I'll grow into the house, and it's true.
You scared me.
Like, I
pussy's come out, yeah.
hate when that happens. Always gotta worry about vines growing into the house, ruining the thing, and you're going out and you're cutting, and you're like, okay, I'm good. And the next year, it's like, how did it multiply? Like, should it, like, I don't know. And or you skip a year. Because you cut them all down, and then you walk back there and you're like, nah, it's fine. Next year will be 100 times worse. And then you'll be like, I wish I did this last year. Because I didn't clip the dog run last year, and I feel like this year it's all prickle bushes. And I'm like, oh, now I get it. Sometimes you just get like, no, sometimes you just, it's, I don't know, it feels too big. And just like, fuck it. Why don't the tree just grow right over the house? Fuck it. I gotta do it, but unfortunately this weekend was not the weekend.
Oh.
We were touching the sun.
No.
We were touching the sun.
Yeah, we went to my cousin's campground, and it was hot there.
No.
They have a pool there.
Oh, okay.
The water was hot.
Oh.
And everybody was in there.
Everybody
that was at that campground was in there.
Where was that at?
Right over the line in
Connecticut.
And then they had a firework show. Like, the neighbor puts it on, but like everybody at the campground kind of like watches. But they also
donate.
Like, yes. I was trying to get there, but
you get to it. Then I like throw things at them. Like, what is
fireworks?
What does the fireworks sound?
Pop, 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 pop.
Hey. It's a gay one. Hey.
never puts it on, but
that's cool.
It started like drizzling right beforehand, which felt amazing.
Yes.
Because you're on fire in the cold water.
Right.
And then it got like a little too heavy, and then because I wear glasses, like it was getting like in.
Oh yeah.
So I had a hat, so I put the hat on, and then it got like really heavy.
How did you put it on?
I put the hat on. And then it got like really heavy, so I'm like, I'm gonna go under they had like a shaded thing.
Like a typhoon. Like still waiting for the fireworks.
The fireworks went on for 45 minutes.
Oh, that's good. That's
a long
that. Well, nowadays that's a long. In my day, when my
long.
kids, that was like the norm. Now I feel like
But it was thundering. It
literally.
was lightning. The fireworks were so close to the fucking like trees. I'm like, the whole time I couldn't even enjoy it. Cause I'm like, is this gonna catch on fire? Am I gonna get electrocuted?
I feel like, okay, so when you guys were little kids, you went to Escobar. I'm just saying, you go to Escobar, it'd be 45 minutes. It'd be a good long show. Now it was literally like 5 seconds, and it was like I could hear pop 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 pop. I was like, is that the finale? She's like, no, it hasn't even started yet. I was like, well, I think we started with the finale.
Yeah. I do have to say, like fireworks, unless there's something going on with them.
Right.
How many can you watch at a time? Because they are
Well,
all.
the trick is, in my days, be shoo, pop, shoo, pop. So you're like a minute. So perfect. But you would get like, and I'm being the wise ass here. Like a firework a minute, like you just or 2 a minute, and you just go shoo, pop, shoo, pop, shoo, shoo, and then you would get like certain ones that would go together. You know, shoo, 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 pop, 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 and then you go, ooh, because it'd be red, blue, white. Like it would be like, oh, okay, now I know why those are together. And then you would get a few pop, 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 and like, nothing's up there. You just hear like the popping, and you go, ooh, because you would feel it in your freaking chest.
I like the ones where you think it's gonna happen and
yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah,
And then like 10 minutes later, it's like, here we are.
Right. Casually, like.
Yeah. Thought you missed me, but you didn't. I'm here.
Shit! Gay month was last
We had to go
month. Pride month was last
first and then
month.
come back.
Pride month was last month. Come back.
Yeah.
We're late. You're not pregnant.
That's a good one. I wish that happened to everyone.
Pregnancy or no?
No.
I'm just surprised you're not.
I'm not pregnant.
Oh shit! I'm
Just
3
a
weeks.
little letter. You're not pregnant. Perfect.
So then you would get it would speed up. So you're about half an hour in, and then the last 15 minutes would just be like, it's just every goddamn thing getting blown up there. And you'd be like, oh, I've seen that one. But it's so many, you're just like, it's like it becomes daylight.
Yeah.
In my day, there were moments where it felt like you could see everyone in the field because everything would be daylight. You could see, you're like, oh shit, Pat's here. Like you would see everybody, and there would be a point that you didn't even have to look up because it would be all the ones you had just saw one at a time, but it was all going off at once, and you could just see in the field the thing, shoo, 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 shoo. And sometimes you wouldn't watch it. You're watching everything else because you had already seen them, but it's the fact that pop, 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 pop.
Maybe I just don't like that it's loud.
That could be. I love the
and
ones.
I don't like that we're outside because of the bugs.
Oh, the bugs kill me every year, though, especially
Especially-
at Escobar.
Especially after what happened last Tuesday.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ, I know. Like I have to admit, I'm not a. But that's why I like kind of doing it at your dad's house.
Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore though.
I don't because there's no kids. There's no nothing. Do they even have? Well, I don't know. I'm not invited, so I probably do.
I didn't go this year. I ditched on. I was like,
I'm not invited. Even though your dad will say,
yeah,
you're
they
invited
had-
every year.
They had Lori's 60th.
Oh, yeah.
It was small though, I think.
I don't know. I there's a few times I've been like, oh, we shouldn't. I'm like, no, I just feel weird. I love your parents, but the birthday was good enough for me. I probably won't see your dad again.
Fair.
No. I know, I'll bump into him, but,
One of you are dead.
No, I just
the next.
The next one's my funeral.
milestone. Yeah.
Well, we might do 60 together. You never know.
You never know. Maybe not.
Your dad will make it. I won't.
No, see, you don't want to make it, so you're gonna make it to like 125.
I know. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Gonna outlive everybody.
Oh well, you can watch these without me then. When I'm gone, because you're gonna have to live here forever, you can watch it.
You know, we're laughing, but I know one day I will watch these when we don't do them anymore. I'll probably cry most of the time. I'll laugh and cry at the same time. Because I'll be like, God, that was so much fun. I'm going to pubic less. For $6.99. For 69 cents.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we gotta go.
We gotta go. It's about that time.
I gotta stand up again. Oh. We
Bye.
insisted. Bye.
I know, we need a camera girl.